Okay, if you shoot a muzzleloader that uses 209 primers, you've run into the problem of how to put the primer in the gun. And there were several tools on the market, different tools like this one and this one, that are made for the purpose, but I didn't think worked very well. I even had a friend, when I asked how he does it, said he used this, and he stuck it in me with that and never found a good tool. So we came up with this little tool that we call Magne-Prime. You'll notice a few things about it. It has a little pry bar on the end, similar to the other tools, so that if you're in a jam and you can't get the primer out, you can pry it out. We bent it here so that you can see around it. When we tried to use these tools, when you just pick it up and go to put it in, it blocks your vision. You can't see where you're putting the thing, and you got to raise your gun way up. So we bent the tool and we attached a magnet. Most people think that primers are brass or of a non-magnetic material, but they're not. They're all steel. They're all clad to look like they're not, but they're all steel. So we came up with this little tool, and we put it in the gun and simply slide it off, and then after we shoot, you can usually pull it right back out with the magnet, and if you can't, you can turn it around to this end and pop it off. But you'll never load any easier than what this does. Okay, a lot of people have also told me that their muzzleloader, the primer's exposed. They don't need a tool. And this particular gun is an example of one with the primer exposed, but you can still see how easy you can prime that and how quickly you can unprime that. If it's cold, if you're wearing gloves, or if you're just getting old like me and can't grip that little primer anymore, you can slide them. That doesn't seem very good. You can slide them right in. Use a brass one and slide them right out. Okay. Okay, this is the gun that I bought that gave me the problem of putting the primer into the gun. So with this little tool now, I can simply reach in here, stick it in the hole and slide it off, and it's loaded. And then after I shoot, I can usually stick right in there and pull it right back out. And some people ask for a second primer so that they could do that more quickly to reload. So we've made a second tool that has a magnet on both ends. So you can pull it out of your pocket with a magnet on both ends. In the morning, you can prime your gun. And then after you shoot, you can simply pull that one out, flip the tool around, and put that one right back in. And you can see with the bend in the tool, I can see right over it. And it's not blinding me like if I were trying to go in here with a straight tool. I can't see over the top of the tool. So far, nobody has complained that the magnet would not pull their primer out. And that seems to be the biggest question we have is, do you have to pry it out? If you have to pry it out, you can. And then you can just grab it. But since that's the most frequently asked question, what we plan on doing here is we have 3 different guns laid out, all inlines, all use 209 primers. And we're going to shoot them all, and we're going to see if the primers will pull out. Okay, this gun was fired. As you remember earlier, the primer's right there in the back. Pulls right out. Put it in here. There it is. It's dirty, but it's an easy gun to deprime, but you can get it right out. We fired this gun. This, by the way, is a CVA, and it pulled it right out. And it's a little dirty, but not as bad as the Thompson Center was. So we can slide them in and slide them out even after we shot it. We'll reach up here, open this back up, and
will it be useful for killing possums?
no, that one's going to be a little tricky, so we'll just pop it out with this and grab it. And you can see how much blowback this gun had. That's why the primers stick, because they get dirty. It's not that these things swell up. It just depends on how clean your gun fires. This was a dirty shot, and we had to pry it out.